All right. Welcome back to On the Screws Golf, and an announcement of the new Winter Major Tournament starting Monday, February 18th. So, as we all know, the hype gets excited, the clans start to clamor, and the Facebook notifications start popping. Golf Clash and their chat, it begins to start the fervor and the anticipation of this Thursday, where the actual holes will be available so we can take a look at them as well as play them on tours 5, 10, and 11. So with that being said, let's get right into it. So as you can see, we're starting Monday, February 18th, new Winter Major, and it's based in Canada this time. So hello all my Canadian friends. All right, here are the different levels and the different prizes. Nothing really has changed. You can see that we have the Maple Leaf logo on our banners this time. You have the rookie level, pro level, expert, and masters, and you see the different values of prize chests as well as banners, the different level of coins, cards, as well as the different balls that are available to be won based on your ranking in the weekend rounds. Moving on, you can see the different rules for rookie, pro, expert, and masters. My channel, we concentrate on 3 rookie accounts as well as 2 pro level accounts. So that's where our sweet spot is at this point. We have a pro account that's eligible to play expert, but we're holding off on that for another couple weeks. And then we'll be tackling that division moving forward. So as you can see, winds varying from 3 to 6 miles an hour in the rookie. Also in the pro, 7 to 10. Moving forward, 11 to 14 in expert, and then 16 and above in masters. All right, here are the holes. A brand new course, 9 new holes. You can see the layouts of each individual holes, which we'll get into in just a moment. As we move forward here, again, as we said earlier in the video, Thursday will be available for tour play on tours 5, tours 10, and tours 11. So I know everyone's anticipating the release of those holes on Thursday. And then also in Notebook.io, at some point this week, they should be available for you to actually view the individual holes moving forward. But for now, all we have are these schematics. So we've taken the ability to cut them out and get a little bit closer of a look. It's not going to be that specific, but we can chat about them. Excuse me. All right, here's hole number 1, which will be a par 4. And as you can see, interesting layout, lots of sand, and there's going to be a second shot that's going to have to be very precise. So if you take it down the left-hand side, let's say in the rookie or the pro division, going to have a little bit of overpower probably in the pro with your ball guide extended, and you're going to bounce it over from the first fairway into that second fairway, and then have an angled shot to the green, which could be possibly a rough bump or just a curl shot off the fairway into that green location. Conversely, if we go to the right side, a little bit tougher it looks like, because you're going to have to negotiate those 2 bunkers out there. You may have to play a little bit short, giving you a mid-range or max range long wood. And if you can navigate around those bunkers and get past them, you might give yourself a short iron and or max range long iron. So with that being said, looks pretty straightforward. And as all of you have played the courses and your clubs, you're pretty dialed in on your distances, on your adjustments. You have all the Notebook.io applications, Golf Notebook, Golf Clash caddies, etc. These holes are going to be new. There's going to be some specific bumps and topography changes on the fairways and the greens that we're going to have to negotiate, and all of us are, since it's brand new. Yet at the same time, it doesn't change the clubs, it doesn't change the adjustment, it doesn't change the wind. Play your game, put the ball in the fairway, put it on the green, make your birdies, make your eagles and albatrosses when they're given to you, and move on. So that is hole number 1. Let's take a look at hole number 2, which is a par 5. So as you can see, again, multiple options here. If you want to take, let's say on the right-hand side as our first option, it's a very narrow fairway. You're going to have to be precise. You're going to have a leveled up driver to make sure that you have the ability to have accuracy. So a quarterback, a rock, maybe even the rocket, where you have pretty good accuracy and a good ball guide. That might be a good option for you, again, if it's leveled up enough where you have accuracy and ball guide. If you're going to go to the left side, maybe you can stick with the extra mile, something like that, which will get you out there prior to the creek that's cutting between the two fairways. And then you're going to have obviously a wood shot up to that second fairway, and then maybe even bounce it through that rough to get to that apron area and give yourself a short eagle chip. On the right-hand side, you may be able to get it way up in that neck with a safe drive, and then give yourself a wood, which will be able to bounce right over the right edge of that little cove area and bounce it on the green, get it close for possible albatross and or an easy eagle. And then obviously you can throw it out there to the right with a big curl shot and then bring it in to the green safely that way as well, if you have the leveled up clubs in rookie and or pro. All right, hole number 2 is par 5. Hole number 3, moving on to a par 3. So as you can see here, again, lots of sand. Doesn't look like we have much room between the bunker and the apron on a rough bump. But again, these holes and these schematics can be very deceiving. When we get into play on Thursday, there might be plenty of room where we can rough bump that right onto the front of the green and then roll it gently to the hole. If we have a downwind, and again, it all depends on the wind directions. If it's from right to left, left to right, directly downwind, etc. If it's favorable, that's going to depend on our shot selection. It looks like you'll be able to possibly take it directly at the hole if you have a long iron that has enough backspin, a leveled up Saturn, a leveled up Guardian, something like that might be an opportunity. Also, you can take it to the left or the right of the stick and then use curl off of the either the fairway or the green and get it close that way. But again, until we actually see the holes or have evidence when we play them on Thursday, when they're announced and available for play, we just won't know until we get there. So moving on to hole number 4, another par 4. This one is looks pretty unique, whereas you're either going to have an opportunity to take it into to the right side on that first fairway and bounce it over into the second fairway, or if you have a leveled up driver with accuracy, you might be able to get it all the way over that into that second fairway, maybe even with a rough bump, and then some topspin, put it up near the edge of that second fairway, and then take an easy short iron and or wedge right into the green. Just don't know if you have the opportunity to fly completely over that lake with low to medium rookie clubs, and pro probably just not an opportunity to get it there again at first glance. So looks like we're going to be going right here, either a bounce from the first fairway into the second fairway, maybe a rough bump from the rough into that second fairway, and then take our shot into that green for a eagle, potential chip in eagle, or an easy birdie. All right, hole 5, par 5. This looks like an opportunity, in my opinion, on the right side. You're going to have to just take the aggressive play, put it way out there on the right-hand side between those two bunkers, have a very leveled up, accurate driver, sneak it down in there and get yourself out as close to the edge of that fairway end as possible, and then give yourself a wood iron with a lot of curl to the left and topspin, and try to get it on the green safely for an third shot eagle, easy putt. Conversely, again, looks like you're going to be able to drive it straight into that first fairway. I don't know if we're going to be able to bounce it over or bounce it through the rough that cuts between the first and second fairways on the left. But if we are able to get it out there that far, looks like we'll be able to take a wood club that has a lot of backspin and hit it off that small pad with right curl and or a rough bump. Again, all conjecture until we get to the course on Thursday and actually get a true visibility to it and start playing the course and start making our adjustments. All right, hole number 6, another par 3. And here, pretty unique. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to have too much difficulty with this, we hope. Whereas we'll be able to, at that far right up tee, it's going to force us to play directly over the water and over that bunker. Doesn't look like we're going to have an opportunity to rough bump there because the green is just sitting so far away from that rough. Looks like you're going to have to just land it over there with some backspin on a long iron and or a leveled up wood club, and or you're going to take it out to the right of the peninsula and then curl it in there with a club that gives you lots of left spin and left curl, depending again on the wind. So this is all conjecture. It's all guessing game right now until we get better visibility to the holes and then on Thursday play them. But again, it's just a nice look at starting to think about what we want to do with these different holes. And again, I've said it earlier in the video here. You know your clubs, you know your accuracies, you know your adjustments, you know what you can or cannot do with certain clubs. Play safe, and in certain spots, play aggressive. And practice, practice, practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Get into qualifying, get yourself qualified, get into the opening, and then let's make it to the weekend and have some really low scores. All right, hole number 7, par 4. As you can see, like all tempting holes in this game, they give you a little pad where it's probably humped like a turtle shell, where you can hit it on there and then obviously top spin, a little bit of left spin, and downwind, give yourself a bounce off of that into that second fairway, and then give yourself an opportunity to get on the green in regulation. If you're not able to do that because you're not leveled up or you don't have the confidence in your clubs and you're not hitting it perfect each time, you may want to just bang it out to the right-hand side, get it all the way up there at the end of that fairway, and then take a bump and skip shot on the second fairway into the collar, and then roll it up close for an easy birdie. Okay, hole number 8, which is a par 3. And again, lots of sand. There is the rough though, so that might give us an opportunity to rough bump it with a, depending on the wind, depending on the length of the course, might be able to use a long iron and use some top spin, left spin, right spin, depending on the topography of the green, and get it close, or roll it in for a hole-in-one, or go directly on the green with leveled up Saturn, Goliath, something like that, where you get a lot of backspin, and or we may be able to, not even sure if this is even applicable, but maybe bounce it off that first pad safely onto the green, and then get an easy birdie for a deuce. All right. Final hole, par 5. We always like to finish with a par 5 in all these tournaments. Now this hole reminds me of a 3-shot hole in the Meadows course, where you just drive it out to the right up there and you just get it right to the edge, and then you're going to use a big dog, which is your lengthiest club or a cataclysm, depending on what you're using, and then you're going to bounce it out all the way up near that left-hand bunker with curl, put it up in that little alcove on the left, and then chip it in with a short iron for an eagle. This does not in any way look like in low to mid-level rookie or even pro a 2-shot hole. This looks like a true 3-shot par 5 where we're going to be laying up in the first tee shot. You're then going to be laying up on your second tee shot on the left or right, because if you hit it down to the right and you get it up far enough, you're still not going to probably be able to fly it over that bunker, that little mini 2-set bunker on the right, bounce it off that fairway and get it all the way to the green. It looks like it'll just come up short on that collar from my perspective. So be prepared that this will be a 3-shot par 5. You have to be safe off the tee. You have to be precise with your second shot. You have to be very accurate if you're going to get the eagle on this par 5. So this will be a make or break hole again with this tournament. So with that being said, that's the overview. I want to thank you all for watching the video. It's at On the Screws Golf. If you have not subscribed, it would be my honor to continue to put videos together for you, and streams and tournament information as well as tour information, and have you as a subscriber. If you are a subscriber, hit the bell for notifications as future content comes out. And if you like the video, hit the thumbs up, and I hope everyone has an amazing afternoon and good luck in the upcoming Winter Major. 1, 2, 3, jump!